Now on Night Beat, the Bay Area bracing for what could be the wettest storm of the winter. Our high-def Doppler lit up tonight as a massive storm system moves in. Good evening, I'm Veronica Dela Cruz.
And I'm Ken Bastida. Let's take a live look at the Bay Bridge tonight, where it is raining right now. This storm expected to bring heavy rain and strong winds, making for a nasty commute tomorrow morning.
And a live look now out of San Francisco. Tonight's wet weather is just a small taste of what's to come. We have live team coverage for you tonight, beginning with Chief Meteorologist Paul Diano. Paul?
Guys, it is here. The rainfall that we've been talking about for the past couple days, likely, which will be several inches of rain for a good chunk of the Bay Area. It has now begun. Let's take a look at the radar and show you where it's raining right now. There are plenty of locations to talk about. North Bay, already along the coastline, a half of an inch of rainfall. It is a steady soaking rain for Yountville, Napa, Santa Rosa, Petaluma, Healdsburg, Cloverdale. Just north of Clear Lake, it's still snowing, but heavy rainfall for the entire North Bay. It has been on and off soaking rainfall for San Francisco, now as far south as SFO, South City, and Daly City, and some steady rainfall now for Antioch, Concord, Alamo, and San Ramon. 3-hour time lapse shows that it's a lot of snow to our north. It is snowing heavily in the city of Redding, and it's beginning to snow heavily in the Sierra with an initial snow level of 4,000 feet. Wettest time will be overnight tonight, even wetter than it is right now. 4 o'clock in the morning, pouring. 7 o'clock in the morning, middle of that morning commute, it is absolutely going to be coming down with lots of ponding on the roadways. Now you see the rain that's already falling. Well, will continue to fall into Wednesday. Flash flood watch in effect for most of the Bay Area. It's also going to be quite windy with mountain wind gusts up to 60 or stronger miles per hour. So a high wind warning is in effect for a good chunk of the Bay Area. And as we roll through the next few days, our computer models are now predicting more than 3 inches of rain for San Francisco, Pacifica, 4 inches of rain for Santa Rosa, more than 5 for Ukiah, and even places like San Jose receiving more than 2 inches of rain. So this has the potential to be the wettest storm of the winter. Hasn't happened yet, but it's looking likely. We'll get that burst of heavy rain between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning, and another round of heavy rainfall likely Wednesday night. That's a lot of information to digest, but bottom line, it's wet. It's going to stay wet for a while. We'll talk more about what to expect into the weekend coming up.
All right, Paul, we'll see you in a minute. Thanks. In San Jose, part of a hillside gave way before the rain got there. That portion of Hicks Road is still closed right now. And tonight, Santa Clara County is bracing for more problems. Night Beat's Maria Medina is live in Los Gatos. Maria?
Yeah, it has been raining on and off here all night. Now, beyond this road closed sign is that mudslide that you were talking about. We'll show you that in just a few seconds. But first, meet a woman who has learned even after the rain is gone, the impact can be long lasting.
I was really scared.
For 12 straight hours, Miriam Hashimi watched as water from a nearby creek rushed toward her home, flooding it several feet.
We were just concentrating on saving the house and do whatever we can.
4 weeks later, she is still cleaning up the damage. And every day, she says she lives like it could happen again, making sure the creek is free of debris, which during last month's heavy rains caused nearby drains to clog.
Every morning when he wakes up, he cleans it, and before dark, he cleans it.
With yet another round of rain on the way, she is prepared for the worst. Santa Clara County is expected to see a threat of flooding, reservoir levels increase, and likely more mudslides.
Mudslides happen when the soil gets very saturated from the rain.
San Jose State professor Laura Sullivan Green says while it's difficult to predict large mudslides like the one that shut down Highway 17 a couple years ago, we will likely see smaller scale slides because the ground is already so saturated. The threat, she says, lasts even after the rain, although briefly. Tuesday's slide at Pheasant and Hicks happened between storms.
We'll see a lot of small landslides or mudslides, and we may see possibly some larger events, but I would definitely expect a lot of small movements.
Miriam says last month's rain wasn't historic, but it almost cost her her home. A lesson for everyone to prepare before each storm, big or small.
Everybody should clean their creeks before the rainy season and trim their trees. We learned it the hard way.
And as far as this mudslide behind me, we are told it could keep this road shut down until next week. Live on the Night Beat, I'm Maria Medina.
All right, Maria, thank you for that report.
Tonight, flood control efforts are underway at the Anderson Reservoir in Morgan Hill. Night Beat's Wilson Walker tells us overflowing is not the only concern.
At the base of the Anderson Dam, and you can see behind me, they are making some room for the approaching rain, but it is not because that reservoir is at capacity. To the contrary, they are keeping it at a tidy 38% capacity right now. They're trying to keep it below 58% because of seismic concerns here. So that sort of turns out into good news for the folks downstream along Coyote Creek. Remember back in 2017, they had some pretty dramatic flooding when the reservoir here spilled over along with a whole lot of rain, and you had a lot of flooded homes along the creek here. But now that reservoir at 38% and making room for the next round of rain. So Coyote Creek probably not a concern as this latest round of rain moves in. On the Night Beat, I'm Wilson Walker.
In Contra Costa County, businesses in Martinez aren't taking any chances tonight. Some places downtown have already put out sandbags. They're trying to avoid this, the widespread flooding that happened 2 years ago. Heavy rains caused streets to overflow. It was the first flood the city had experienced in a decade.
The Sierra will also get another round of snow. This is at Donner Summit. Earlier tonight, winter storm warning in effect in the Sierra. Some parts are expected to see up to 4 feet of snow by Thursday and a lot of wind. There is so much snow in the southern Sierra. Ski season at Mammoth Mountain, they say, will last until 4th of July. This new video gives you a great perspective of what they're dealing with there. 37 feet of snow so far, the most snow in the entire country.
Wow. We're going to have complete storm watch coverage for you beginning early tomorrow at 4 a.m. over on our sister station KPIX 5.